Middle of August. Time to talk about the compost heap. This is a very, very important part of my garden. I use it because I get high quality dirt that you can buy at the store. You go to the store and you buy these, here, I have a few of them here. They call it doit. It's not doit, it's garbage. But anyway, what you should do and what you should not do. You need to turn the compost every once in a while. I'll say twice a month at a minimum. Because if you don't turn it, then you're going to get ants and things like that. The compost is going to take much, much longer to decompose. So especially if it rains and you don't cover your compost, you need to turn it, so otherwise the compost will begin to smell, and that's another good thing. The decomposition there stops, and you know, it will start to smell. So either you cover the compost and or keep it uncovered, and you turn it over often. So if you have the compost in the middle of nowhere, you know, where it's completely open, throw a little bit of a piece of tarp. What I have here, I have some type of cover, and also it's right under one of these evergreens. So the other thing is you need to do is when you throw on your compost vegetable clippings from your garden, you know, if the plant dies or whatever, you don't just throw it on your compost, because it will take much, much longer to decompose. Instead of, you know, if you cut it in small pieces, then the decomposition will be much, much faster. Do as I tell you, but not as I do. As you can see here, you know, if I see, I had a tomato plant that died, and there were about 5 or 6 tomatoes, tiny little green tomatoes, and I just threw them in the compost. Well, my neighbors are complaining about my dirt. They say that it has seeds. So I give them, you know, free dirt, and then like a month later they say, I haven't got them away yet. There are plants growing all over the place. So if you throw seeds in your compost, well, you're going to get little seedlings growing. So I throw vegetable clippings from the kitchen. You know, sometimes the tomatoes are too seedy. I don't throw the tomatoes, the seeds into the sink. I have a bowl in the kitchen. I leave the tomato seeds there. Cucumber seeds, whatever, and then I throw them on the compost. But you get seedlings afterwards. So another thing that I do, if you can see, I save paper products from the house. So if you have, you know, napkins that are relatively clean, you know, and paper towels and things like that, I don't throw them in the garbage. I just put them here on the compost. Oh, they say you have to do so much carbon, you know, I don't subscribe to that stuff. I just make sure I put a little bit of everything in here, and my compost is beautiful. So for the post, you know, it's almost, you know, it's August 11th, almost the middle of August. So I'm not going to need any dirt. I'm sorry, doit. I'm not going to need any dirt this year. So in a way, I'm working on next year's dirt. So I have several projects where I'm going to merge a couple of beds, and I'm going to need about a cubic yard or cubic yard and a half of dirt. And of course, you can go to the store and wait for a sale and buy the dirt, and then the dirt is terrible. But the only thing I try to buy every year religiously, I buy, a couple of bags of peat moss, and I use, that to fluffen up my compost. So very important, you should cover your compost. So if it rains, because it has rained a lot lately, so I cover my compost. See, so I cover my compost. So if you don't cover your compost, you need to turn it over more often. But you need to turn it no matter what, at least minimally twice a month. And see, I have banana peels there. Right there, banana peels, paper towels, vegetable clippings. If I have a decent cardboard box, I chop it up and I put it in here. And the smaller the pieces that you put into your compost, the faster it will decompose. So I have my trusted pitchfork that I'm going to spend half hour here, to turn my compost, and that will be nice. So I'm working on next year's dirt. Bye.